Hi everyone, welcome back to Active Mindfulness Mindful Mondays. As always, I'm Gemma. I'm a psychologist, a cognitive behavioural therapist and a mindfulness teacher. So as you probably already know, I teach mindfulness for a whole load of reasons. Within the NHS, I teach it to people for well-being, overcoming things like depression, anxiety and living with long-term health conditions. Outside of the NHS, I also teach a program called Mindfulness for Sports Performance Enhancement, which is for people who want to get the most out of their sport and out of this mind-body connection. So lots of great reasons to use mindfulness beyond the things that I do it for. You'll see there's lots of mindfulness programs for various reasons: mindful parenting, mindful eating, mindful sport, lots and lots of reasons. So meditation and mindfulness. So basically mindfulness is really the awareness that emerges when we learn the skill of how to really pay attention to the present moment in a really particular way. And that particular way is non-judgmentally, deliberately and on purpose. The way that we get there, whether it's for well-being or whether it's for sport, whatever it's for, is through meditation practice. So meditation is a great big umbrella that has lots of different things in it, including things like breath work, which is probably the most familiar meditation that people have heard of. The idea that you can sit with your breath and be with and experience your breath. Then we have visualization, that is very much about using the power of the imagination to see and hear things that we can then strengthen. So it's used a lot in well-being for creating a kind of a safe space that you can go to help your body relax so that you can physiologically and emotionally relax. And it's also used quite a lot in sports training now as well, and there are lots of studies that suggest that it's helpful. There's one particular one that suggests it's really helpful for improving the accuracy of basketball shoots, of all things. And then also there is mantra or affirmation based meditations, which are more about finding a particular word or phrase that helps rewire the brain, that helps rewire the connections to how we feel about ourselves, the world, the future, all of these things. So lots of great reasons to use meditation. So I'm here every Monday just to talk you through a short meditation. We can practice together. Feel free to leave any comments, whether you watch live or on the replay. Leave comments, leave questions, and I will answer all your questions in the Tuesday questions as well. So I'm going to talk you through a brief meditation called the breathing space today, which is a meditation that really kind of bridges the gap between long seated formal meditations and everyday life that just goes on in a hurry. So it kind of bridges the gap between those two. So you can use this as kind of a standalone, but also the more you practice kind of the formal meditations, the easier you'll find this to use in everyday life. I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit like this is the fast track learning to drive course, but actually time in the car is always going to help you learn to drive better in the real world. Hope that makes sense. So you can take part as much or as little as feels right for you. I will ring the bells at the start and the finish for you. Let's have a go. Let's go. So to start this meditation, the breathing space, I'm going to invite you just to take a comfortable position. You may want to be seated like me, you may want to be laying down, whatever feels right for you. But I'd recommend that if you're laying down, that you're laying kind of flat on your back with your arms alongside your body. And if you're seated, then the ideal is to have your spine straight or self-supporting, but always taking care of your body. Do what is right for you and your body. I'm going to invite you just to close your eyes if that feels comfortable and safe to do so. If not, just rest your gaze lightly on the floor or the ceiling if you're laying down, or do a kind of a half close. So in our first step, what we're going to do is take a moment just to kind of take a register of what is going on for me right now. What am I feeling emotionally? What am I bringing to this moment? What's going on in my thoughts? What's happening in my body? This is a kind of a check-in, like a register. So in a register, you wouldn't necessarily ask people how they are. You just check they're here. We're going to do the same. So here I am stressed. Here's anxiety. Here's thoughts. Here's dinner. Here's earlier on. Memories. Whatever it is that's here right now, after all, it's here anyway. Let's name it. Just give it a name, one word name. No need to go into it. No need to get caught up in it. No need to ask it how it is. Just notice that it's here. And in the second step of the breathing space, see if you can take your attention that's on all of whatever might have been here, thoughts, feelings, your body, and narrow it right down to the anchor being something that stabilizes you, to the anchor of your breath. Perhaps start just by noticing, where am I breathing from? Is it the nose? Is it the throat? Is it coming in my mouth? Is it going out my mouth? Just noticing where I'm breathing from. And noticing that breath as it travels down your body. It doesn't matter too much right now how you are breathing. Just noticing. After all, your breathing is doing just fine on its own. No need to change it. No need to speed up or slow it down. Just let the breath breathe itself. And you may want to, it's up to you may want to just lace your fingers together and just place them over your belly. And see if you can feel the slight moving apart of your fingers as your belly rises and falls as you breathe. Of course, your mind, it may wander off onto other thoughts, other things, other feelings, memories, entertainment. If that happens, that's just what minds do. They like to be busy. It's not a sign that you are doing anything wrong. And when you notice that's happened, just simply guide your attention back to the rise and fall of your breath. And if it helps you to stay focused, then you may choose just to count Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. And so on up to 5 before starting again. When you're ready, we're going to take our attention that's been very narrow, focused just on the breath, just on our anchor. And we're going to start the process of just returning to the world around us. We're going to start by just tuning in to the sense of touch, to our feet on the floor, to our body being connected to the seat or the bed, to your clothes touching your skin. Even the subtle movement of air around your face. Expanding your senses in the world around you just a little bit more by just becoming aware also of sounds that might be coming to your ears from within your body, from the room, from outside. And just letting yourself rest in this moment of awareness until the sound of the bells. If it feels right for you, then just slowly opening your eyes and seeing if you can not have an ending to this practice. If you can let the sight have the same mindful awareness that you gave the breath. Perhaps just looking around you and noticing something about your surroundings that you never noticed before. Some minute detail somewhere, or something that you haven't seen for quite a while. So that was a brief meditation called the breathing space, which is a really great way of just taking a space. So just checking in with and noticing all that stuff that's up here in your head, in your emotions, or in your body, just becoming aware of it. After all, it's here anyway. It's here whether we give it permission to be or not. And it's influencing us. It's influencing how we feel, how we respond, what we put out to the world. So just noticing it. And then allowing ourselves to narrow our attention to that anchor of the breath, to stabilize ourselves, to give us a rest, like that boat that's being anchored to the seabed for a while. And then gradually returning to the world around us by bringing back our senses. So I hope you found that helpful and useful. Please do feel free to leave comments, to like, to share. Feel free to come along to the website www.activemindfulness.org.uk or to the Active Mindfulness YouTube page, which is full of great videos like this that you can use for free with practices or information about meditation and mindfulness, whether it's for well-being, whether it's for something specific like sports performance enhancement. Bringing the mind and body back together has a lot of benefits for everyone. So please do join us next week for more Mindful Mondays. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.